Your badge says Intern in large red letters. Your desk is a folding table next to the printer. You refill paper trays, carry coffee to meetings, deliver folders between offices. Most people barely notice you, which is perfect, because interns hear everything. You hear senior staff arguing about legislation in the hallway. You hear lobbyists negotiating funding deals in elevators. You hear journalists asking questions they already know the answers to. One afternoon, your supervisor tells you to drop off a briefing folder. You walk into a conference room. 3 politicians are arguing about a bill that will decide billions in government spending. You place the folder on the table. No one acknowledges you, but you stay long enough to hear the compromise. That night, you write everything down in a notebook. No one told you to, but you've already learned the first rule of politics. Power belongs to the people who know things first. Your internship ends. Most interns leave. You stay. A junior aide quits suddenly, and your supervisor asks if you want the job. The salary is low. The hours are brutal. You accept instantly. Now your responsibilities grow. You answer calls from lobbyists. You organize meetings. You prepare background research for speeches. Your job is administrative, but information flows through administration. You see which corporations donate before key votes. You notice which journalists receive exclusive interviews. You learn which politicians pretend to hate each other on television and drink together after work. You start writing short policy summaries. 1 page, clear bullet points, arguments for and against a proposal. One day, your boss uses your memo during a committee hearing. He doesn't mention your name, but afterward he says, "Send me another one tomorrow." 2 years later, your title changes. Policy aide. Now you help draft legislation. The public thinks politicians write laws. They don't. Staffers do. You sit in front of a laptop writing paragraphs that will shape national policy, regulations, funding allocations, tax provisions. You attend strategy meetings, closed doors, no cameras. Lobbyists explain what they want removed. You adjust the language. A word here, a phrase there. One clause disappears, another appears. The bill passes months later. Television shows the politician giving a speech about leadership, but the document on the podium is your work. Election season arrives. Your boss is losing. Poll numbers show a 6-point deficit. The campaign team argues about strategy. You suggest something simple. Change the narrative. Focus on jobs. Attack the opponent's funding sources. Release a targeted media clip. They try it. The message spreads. The numbers tighten. On debate night, you sit backstage with a stack of note cards. Every statistic the candidate uses, you prepared. Every line that lands with the audience, you tested in focus groups. Election night arrives. The results appear slowly, district by district. Finally, the numbers flip. Your candidate wins. On stage, he thanks the voters. Backstage, he shakes your hand. You saved this campaign. You're no longer invisible. People recognize your role. Lobbyists call you instead of your boss. Journalists ask for background information. Donors invite you to private dinners. You rarely speak publicly, but you arrange things. Meetings, negotiations, compromises. 2 senators hate each other, but both want their amendments passed. You bring them together in a private office. The next day, both amendments pass. Both senators claim victory. Neither mentions you, which is exactly how you prefer it. Every political career faces a crisis. Yours arrives suddenly. A leaked document appears online. It suggests corruption in a government contract. You move quickly. Call the legal team. Rewrite the timeline. Prepare a statement. Within hours, your office releases a response. By morning, the media narrative changes. Instead of corruption, the story becomes bureaucratic confusion. The investigation fades. Your boss survives. Inside the administration, people start saying something quietly. When things go wrong, call you. Your boss wins a major election. Governor. He offers you the most powerful staff position available, Chief of Staff. Now every decision crosses your desk. Appointments, policy proposals, budget negotiations. Your job is simple. Control access. Who meets the governor? Who waits? Who never gets a response? Lobbyists quickly learn the rules. Some bring campaign donations. Some bring policy ideas. Some bring both. You filter everything. The governor becomes the public face. But the flow of power runs through your office. Your reputation spreads beyond the state. Party leaders notice. They ask you to advise on national campaigns. You begin traveling constantly. Fundraising dinners, strategy sessions, media planning. You help recruit candidates in competitive districts, train campaign managers, coordinate messaging across multiple states. The election results arrive. Several candidates you supported win. Party leaders begin consulting you before major decisions. You don't hold elected office, but you influence who gets elected. That influence is more valuable. Now politicians seek your approval before they run. Donors ask where to invest their money. Journalists try to understand your network. You operate quietly. No speeches, no interviews, just conversations, late-night phone calls, private meetings in quiet restaurants. A senator wants party leadership. Another wants committee power. You negotiate the trade. The deal happens behind closed doors. The public sees unity. Only a few people know who arranged it. Years pass. Administrations change. Presidents come and go. You remain. Young politicians introduce themselves carefully. They ask for advice. They ask for support. They ask for your endorsement, because everyone understands something. Campaigns require money. Money requires donors. Donors trust people who win. And you build winners. Election night arrives again. Crowds cheer. Television shows a new leader celebrating victory. On stage, he thanks supporters and volunteers. Backstage, he walks toward you. He shakes your hand. Without cameras, without speeches, because both of you know the truth. You never ran for office. You never appeared on the ballot. But the person standing on that stage stands there because you allowed it. And somewhere in a government building right now, a young intern is carrying coffee down a hallway, listening carefully, learning who really holds power. The cycle begins again.